works because those objects are in our inner solar system. And we've got some fantastic photographs, again, just recently now being sent in. There's lots of information to get through as well, and we're seeing lots of strange skies being sprayed to hide the truth. So again, please enjoy this video as we continue to find those heavenly bodies. Okay, now these first attachments have come in from Ash Dees from Texas. Now, he states as well that when he looked at the sky around 10:30, as you can see on the photo, he did see that the sun had changed. It became white. And also, look at those pink reflections on them cloud formations. And also, thinking back in the past, look again on the photo, look how dark it is. Now, we do continue to say this, but it is still continuing, isn't it? We're still seeing a dark sky certain times of the day. Okay, Ash's next image shows you that pink reflection again. And this object. Look at the different colours. Now, also in the email that Ash sent in, he states even when he's out he could smell a strange scent in the sky. Also again like a melting, burning smell. Here is Ash's next very interesting image. What he's done as well, he's marked the areas where he's seeing two objects in the sky. Can you see the strange colours here? And then you've got this other blue colour here as well, and a reflection. This has been well caught as well, and this was only taken this afternoon. On the sundown as well, he stated he could see also these two reflections. Now, we've seen a lot of this as well. Many people also say these are partly to do with clouds, but on the photo you can see clearly there is no cloud formations. Huge reflections from other objects that are in front of our sun. Anne Fisher sent also this photo, and she states in her email that the sun should have rose the other side. Now, she's never seen that pink haze before as well, knowing now that that pink haze is from the Nibiru system. It's still here, isn't it? That colour in the sky. On the way back home from work, Anne also took this image as well. And again, it is clear to the right side there's a huge pink haze reflecting on those chems. Through the day, Anne took this image whilst at the workplace and noticed there's too much spraying going on. Now, Detroit and other areas have been heavily chemtrailed. Many places across Australia as well have been reported. The Far East, even Russia and other places are being sprayed all the time. As you can see on this photo that's so recent now, there is far too much of this going on. Also, what Anne did, she turned around and took an image here as well. Now you can see that reflection, can't you? That colour, that light source in the sky. All again chemtrails every single day. Now the thing is though, these chemtrails seem to be a lot lower in the sky, so they're not hiding it anymore, are they? They're actually spraying now, so we can see exactly what's going on. Here on this next photo as well, she states that everything became dim around 10 AM. Look at this dark patch here. Can you see the area of this object? And to the right side there is a huge dark light source. I mean, look at this. Chemtrails again, lines in the skies, and this reflection. This is Ash's last image. Now, as I said before, these have just come through right now. So much that's happening. Because in the past, if we were all in this car park now at the Walmart, we would all think to ourselves, back in the day, even 1985, you would just see a blue sky and a yellow sun. Not all this, as they continue to cover the truth. Mr. Roger Paul from Ohio sent these images in just recently now, showing also chemtrails and strange colours in the sky. If you could see clearly, to where the object is in the sky to the right side. You can see this strange white colour. Look closely here, around this area. Can you see this dark patch? Something is behind all this chemtrail activity. A huge shadow. And everybody will see it. But now, to this day, they are hiding it. This is another spectacular photograph that was sent in by Roger Paul. More chemtrails, and now you can see that there is something wrong, because this object is becoming so white now, it is becoming much stranger. As again on the land, that's been reported by thousands of people, when they see this, everything dims and darkens. See, when I show these images that have been brought in by fantastic people from around the world, I'm not here to cause fear. I'm just showing you what they're doing, because I believe it's important that we have the right to know what is going on. So again, Roger sent this image in showing you that when that object we see now that's so bright in the sky, the chemtrails become a silvery haze. It's just very important to know and understand that this is going on to this very day. Miranda Goodwin from Gran Canaria sent this image in just recently as well, showing you the dimness of the sky. She couldn't believe it at first, so she took her camera, pointed at the sun around 10:30 AM in the morning, and noticed that the skies become darker, and this object looks a lot stranger than she knew that the sun was like the yellow sun in the past. She also stated in her email that they sprayed the skies from AM through to late morning, and then she saw this, just barium and strange lines in the skies, covering the area that you see here on the screen. Okay, we've got another photo that's come in from Anne Fisher, again showing you that this object has been heavily chemtrailed. We see a dark area, a halo, and more lines in the skies. And look carefully as well, it is becoming much more dark. Every day we're seeing this, and more people now hopefully are looking up to the truth. Okay, now before I carry on with other images, I just want to go through the Sumerian version of the creation of our solar system, because I find it so important for others to notice this. In the beginning there existed the sun, Apsu, encircled by the planet Tiamat and the planet Mercury, Mamu. Then between Tiamat and Mercury came into being the planet Mars, Lamu, and Venus, Lahamu. Then there became into being, beyond the planet Tiamat, the planets Jupiter, Kisha, and Saturn, Ansha, along with the emissary Pluto, Gaga. Last to come into being were the planets Uranus, Anu, and Neptune, Ea. These 9 planets of gods moved in a counterclockwise direction around Apsu, the sun. From the outer space, a new planet, Marduk, almost the size of Jupiter or Saturn, approached, attached to this solar system by the gravitational pull of Neptune and Uranus. Most in a clockwise direction past Neptune and Uranus, the path of Marduk took him towards the giants, Saturn and Jupiter. As he passed by Uranus, portions of Marduk were pulled off to become 4 satellites and winds. Marduk neared Saturn and Jupiter, and their massive gravitational pulls bent his orbit drastically inwards, forcing his path to be aimed directly at Tiamat, a huge covered planet of ice where the asteroid belt is today. The gravitational pulls of the 2 giants caused 7 chunks of Marduk to be pulled from its body. They became satellites, encircled Marduk. As he moved towards her, one of Tiamat's own satellites, Kingu, was attached to Marduk. The movement upset the order of all the planets in the system. and became affected. Tiamat's satellite, Kingu, had taken on an aspect of a new planet. Kingu was given a tablet of destiny, or rather a planetary course, and begun its own orbit. The force of Marduk's path toward Tiamat ripped into her, splitting but not quite breaking her in two, yet knocking her satellites, with the exception of Kingu, away from her. The paths they were thrown into were clockwise, like Marduk's, and their paths would become large elliptical orbits around the sun. They had been changed into the comets, which regularly visit this solar system. The encounter between Marduk and Tiamat caused his orbit to be bent even more, resulting in his becoming of planet of the god, which was descended to encircle the sun forever. And because he now was trapped in an orbit, Marduk's destiny was to return to the scene of the collision. He was therefore to cross over the site of the collision, and that reason Marduk became known as Nibiru, the planet of crossing. As Nibiru continued on trampling in its path, the one half of Tiamat, one of his satellites called the North Wind, struck the remaining intact half of Tiamat. The force of this secondary impact thrust the remaining intact half of Tiamat away from her original orbit to become the reposition between Venus and Mars. It was at this point that the remaining half of Tiamat took on the name Earth, Kia, as noticed in the Hebrew tradition. The thrust gave the remaining half of Tiamat, or Earth, her axial spin, and therefore the ability to experience the changing days and nights. Okay, there's more about the Nibiru system and also with the Sumerians in later documentaries that I will produce in the next coming months. But now we're going to go to other subscribers' images showing you that the skies are becoming darker, and this object in the sky, the changing colour of the sun, is so evident now because this image has come in from the USA by a kind lady subscriber showing you that 10:30 we are still seeing the dark sky. This next photo as well from the Gran Canaria shows the area is beginning to be darker, and we're still seeing the changes. Ash Dees just moments ago sent these new images in from Santenaria. Now, can you see this pink reflection and this white colour here? We are still seeing the pink skies. The colours are so evident because those heavenly bodies are now making their way back and reflecting in our skies. Here is the next photograph that was sent in as well by the same person. States that the trees are damaged and also this pink reflection. Can you see the other colour behind the tree? Two separate colours. This next image as well shows you the white area of the sun going down, and then you've got this shadow and pink reflection as well. Miranda sent these images again. Look, and you can see this darkness in the halo with this object and the dark skies. The 10 AM image you can see on the screen just proves there is something wrong, far too dim around the area of the sun. These next attachments as well are coming in from Miranda. Now, when she walked across the beach, like we all do, for some fresh air, she noticed those strange formations in the sky. There you see on this next image, strange formations. What you see on the screen here to the right side is dust. and again the fresh air is disappearing. See, also, when we see these images every day and notice that they are chemtrailing a lot stronger than they had done many years before, and we look around and pick up information of earthquake activity, strange weather patterns, the sun changing colour because of huge reflections, we just know that those intruders have made their way back. Miss Anne Fisher got out of her car and took this image as well, and was absolutely blown away to seeing that just up this area here the sky was black. It was very dark, knowing there's a shadow that's coming through from a system. Look at all this, chemtrails, strange colours, and these reflections again. When arriving at the car park, she took this next image as well. I mean, look at it. It is so evident, and many of you are sending emails saying that they're very, very worried about this because the skies are continuing to be dark and dim, but the news media, the weather stations, are still saying everything is okay, proving that the powers that be are controlling the news media to speak out a bunch of lies, to keep people to be dumbed down as they are building and trying to save themselves. Now it is time for the awakening, for humanity to become aware of this truth of what they're doing. On her way home, she was absolutely startled about this image. I mean, look at the colour. Look at all this in the skies, and a reflection here to the left side, and everything became dark. So thank you again, Anne, for all your images, with no trickery or no filters, just a genuine photograph showing you the reflections of the dimness of the skies. They're covering up the truth. This image is very important, as Mario from Italy took it earlier on today. Now, look at that reflection you see, that orange reflection. Now, we all saw that same orange reflection on the 16th of October. We mustn't forget about that. But to the other side, Mario saw that white object in the sky that dimmed and darkened on the land. But also seeing that orange haze reflecting on the other side on them cloud formations, proving that the other object is up there with the sun that's changing its colour, because we've got objects that are reflecting and darkening our sun. So thank you for this image. In our solar system now we have Harrington, Farada, and also we have the moons with the giant as well as Helion. That's all in our inner solar system right now. Mr. Stephen Chapelstein from Montreal sent this photograph in as well today, showing you the reflection in the sky. To the right side, pointing northeast. Can you see those chemtrails? He also states even the plant life are being caused to be deteriorated with this situation too. So again, thank you for sending this photograph in. It's so important that we collect many images showing these changes. I've just had a video that's recently come in from Monica Stevens showing you the skies being hammered by chemtrails in the USA. I mean, there's far too many trails that are happening, and then through the day we see a strong halo. Let me just play this video for you now.
FK San Francisco, Charlotte to Boston. I'm sitting in the car, it's fucking hot out there.
Okay, so thank you for sending this in, because again, it just proves that we're still being sprayed, and it is to hide those incoming objects. Okay, we've got another video that's come in from Stefan, and this guy is being persistent. He knows the system is coming. He's seen the changes of the cloud formations, chemtrails, dark patches in the skies, and these huge reflections. Let me play this video for you now. Okay, and again thank you Stefan for sending this video in. But what you can see as well, where you saw the area of the sun to the right side, where you've got that cloaking device. Now, behind that device, as I said before, is that orange sun, the dimming sun, our natural sun. It's changed. But what you can see here on the left side of the screen in the center is a reflection of that orange haze that we saw just gone on the 16th of October. Now, they can't hide it forever because we're seeing that orange-red reflection on the cloud formations. So I'm going to go now, and I will do another video shortly with many other subscribers' images. We've got loads of them to go through, so if you haven't seen your photos on this video, I will indeed do a much longer hour version to place all the other photographs that come in right now. So please, all of you, take care